Have a good walk. He's so cute. Look at him. Cute. Hello, cute boys. Hold. All right. What am I craving? Let's just say here. Yes. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Hi, Papa. Gonna meet you in a month. Yes, all the fruits. All the fruits. And, yeah. Potato. My name is Shaz, and this is Shazness Wellness. So today's video is going to be all about my pregnancy cravings. And when you're pregnant, or if you are pregnant, I'm sure you can relate. The biggest questions you get are, what's the baby's gender? Do you have a name? Tell me the name. And what are you craving? I feel like those are the top 3 questions asked when you're pregnant. And I did an Instagram poll to see if you guys wanted me to do a nursery tour or talk about my pregnancy cravings. And it was split down the middle, 50-50. So I will end up doing both videos. I am currently in the nursery right now, just like in a little corner as a sneak peek, chilling with Pluto. So the nursery tour video will be coming up soon. I have a few last minute details to do. I am 34 weeks pregnant and the countdown is seriously on. Hospital bag is almost ready to go, and he can come really any time after 36 or 37 weeks, so I'm so excited to meet him. But this video is all about my pregnancy cravings, so I do want to get into it right away. And I'm going to break it up because I feel like they were different along my trimesters. So in my first trimester, I was extremely nauseous. I didn't actually physically throw up, but smell of foods, the look of certain foods, like I felt like I wanted to throw up, but I just didn't. And I had this constant nausea all day. I can sum up first trimester with potato. I was a potato. All I wanted was plain, bland foods and salty foods. I actually craved French fries, like the greasiness of it. And I know I'm healthy, but at the end of the day, everybody loves French fries. And I loved French fries, and I ate them. The other thing that really saved my life in first trimester were Veggie Sticks. I don't have any right now, which is why I can't really show you, but I'll post a picture. I talked about them in like my gluten-free savory snacks. They saved me. Again, not healthy, but that salty crunchy that I needed in my first trimester. So yeah, that wraps up the first trimester. So after the first 3 months went by and I didn't feel like throwing up every day, I actually started craving real food again, and I never craved pasta. And all I wanted was like a classic spaghetti and meatball goodness with Parmesan and all the good stuff. I am dairy free, so no Parmesan for me, but I ended up just getting rice pasta, and I really like this brand because the ingredients are really pure. There's nothing else added other than like water and rice. So I would make that. I would buy an organic tomato sauce and not really put meatballs, which is weird. Because although I craved the classic spaghetti and meatball dish, I kind of was turned off meat during this pregnancy. I ate meat, and if I did, it was usually organic, but I craved more like legumes and beans, which is again really strange for me. So anyways, when I made this dish, it was either just spaghetti, like rice noodles with tomato sauce, no meatballs, or I added chickpeas or something else to it. So that leads me into my second craving, which I kind of already mentioned, which is beans and legumes, which is again so weird for me. I craved chili, like the taste of chili. When I grew up, I used to eat so much Tim Hortons chili. For all my Canadians out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. I used to eat so much of it with like bread and butter and dip it in, and I loved it, and I was craving the Tim Horton chili. First of all, I don't know like what they put in their chili, so I didn't want to go and buy it. And second of all, I had friends that worked at Tim Hortons, and I want to talk about what they did to the chili. So at the grocery store, I ended up finding a really clean, healthy chili that I ended up buying, and it was really helpful too because I just got way more tired and lazy with cooking over this pregnancy. So I ended up just taking this can and just putting it into the pot and warming it up. Yes, I could have made my own chili. I just didn't want it. I'm gonna just keep that real. I didn't wanna. The second thing I bought that was like a lifesaver were these gluten-free burritos. I got them from the Superstore. You can get them from Healthy Planet. In the frozen section, they're gluten-free. The ingredients are like not the best because in order to make the gluten-free bread, they put a lot of crap in there, but I just didn't care. I would warm it up for like 2 minutes in the microwave and eat that with some like olive oil and avocado and salt. Yeah, those two things with beans and legumes is probably what I went for the most. I didn't make too many foods. It was chili and burritos. The other strange thing that I craved was cereal. Again, I'm gluten-free, so I almost like got pregnant and reverted back to all the things I wanted in my childhood, which kind of makes me laugh and it's kind of cute. But I used to eat cereal almost every day for breakfast. Not great, but I did it. So I had to go find a good clean cereal that I would trust to eat that was very low in sugar, because I do practice a sugar-free diet, and I will say during this pregnancy I didn't, because things like the burrito had sugar in the ingredients, or things like the cereal had sugar in the ingredients. I just made sure to keep it as low as possible. So I ended up buying this one, which I liked. It was gluten-free. Again, the ingredients were pretty clean, and then yeah, I like to snack on it, and I just liked having cereal in the morning, even in the winter, which was really weird for me. Which leads me to my other craving, which is maybe why I kept craving cereal, which is I was craving milk. So I ended up just getting a lot of coconut milk, of course unsweetened, because I'm trying to always keep my sugars low and I didn't want to get gestational diabetes. So I just drank a lot of this coconut milk. The ingredients are not my favorite, but I liked it because they added a lot of vitamins and they added calcium. It's funny because in the old wise tales it says if you're having a boy you crave more salty versus sweet, and for me that was absolutely true. Typically, without being pregnant, I crave sweets all the time, and I crave sweets after every single meal. And in my first trimester, like I said, I just wanted salty everything. Second trimester, I still didn't crave like baked goods or sweets. If there was a special occasion and my mom made me like vegan, gluten-free treats, I would eat it, but I wasn't like enjoying it as much as I would have if I wasn't pregnant. Sweets to me were a little bit of a turnoff. But the one sweet thing that I wanted, and I wanted loads of, was fruit. I feel like just because it was hydrating, it was fresh. In the summer, I ate a lot of watermelon. I went through like a very big citrus phase. I really wanted a lot of grapefruit and oranges, and I think that's still going on. There's still a lot of oranges and grapefruits in my cubby. So fruits for me were a big craving in second trimester and also leading into the third. So realistically, the third trimester is when I started to crave sweets again. And I had this really strange craving for Twizzlers, like licorice. And I was like, oh my God, like what can I eat instead of that? Because obviously I don't want to eat candy. And I'm like Shazness wellness out here. I'm like, what can I use instead? And then I saw dried mango in the grocery store, and I was like, oh hell yeah! Man, I can only buy one of those bags a week because it's very easy for me to go through, but that's kind of been like my candy, like my Twizzlers. It has the same kind of texture and consistency, and it's super sweet and yummy. And if you are buying dried mangoes, at least for me, I always make sure that they don't add extra sugar, because mangoes alone and any dried fruit alone is super, super sweet. So yeah, that's pretty much been like my candy. And then I, of course, have been craving chocolate, which is a staple for Shaz. And I've just been eating dark chocolate, dairy-free, 90% or over as best as I can. It's so sweet and it's so funny because even for Christmas, a lot of people just got me like a bark of 90% dark chocolate because they know how much I love it. And again, I'm not craving sweet, but I always crave that chocolate, like that chocolate taste. Although in the first trimester, I couldn't even smell or look at chocolate, which was mind-blowing. I was actually sad that I hated chocolate because I was like, what is happening? But my body ended up figuring itself out and I'm now eating a lot of chocolate. And I made sure during that entire video I didn't touch anything, my face, my stomach. I don't know if you've heard of this. This is something I also learned during pregnancy. If you're talking about your cravings, you're not supposed to touch anything on your body because you can give them like birthmarks of that thing you're talking about. Never heard of that before, but every time I talked about it to people, they're like, hands up, hands on your bum. So just in case, I was holding Pluto because I was talking about cravings the entire time. But that's it. That's everything I've been craving during this pregnancy. I'm not sure how much is going to change the next few weeks before I give birth, but my due date is February 28th, 2019, so it's coming up very soon. And even if you are not pregnant, these are really good snack ideas. If you are craving something like Twizzlers, for example, you can always go something like dried mango if you are health conscious, but of course you gotta do you, boo. This is just me and my life and what's working best for me. Sugar-free is the key. Pregnant, not pregnant, especially pregnant, yeah. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, just give me a thumbs up because it lets me know. And I make videos every single week on Wednesdays. Just remember Wellness Wednesdays. And I'm almost certain the nursery is going to be 100% done for next week. So I will do that as next week's video if everything goes to planned. Thanks for watching. XOXO Shazness Wellness. Bye!